On? No. They're getting it on, right?
Check.
Check.
Yeah.
We are all here. Just go for it.
This story has been told before by many people. And this story has been heard before by many people. But most importantly, this story has been experienced before by many women. Everyone has a dream to be left of mainstream,
Nice.
and everyone has a dream to swim upstream. Scream and be extreme, yeah, everyone has a fucking dream.
Yeah, yeah.
To touch moonbeams, yeah, everyone has a dream. I was one of them. That night, when the sun set and the city came alive, that night, in the neon haze and the smoke-filled maze, that night,
Nice.
I was at a bar that night, 15 shots down that night, dancing without a care in the world that night. Oh, what a beautiful night that night. Dancing on top of the bar with a skimpy dress on that night. Yeah, you could see my underwear that night. I was 18 shots down. My senses were numb. And yet I knew it was time to get going independently that night. I left the bar alone, drunk as a fucking skunk. Wearing a skimpy dress I was. I love winter nights. I love cold, biting winter nights, cradled in front of a heater. I love cold nights. I walked the streets alone, wearing my skimpy dress and all. The curb was lonely. The moon smoked at my drunken smoke. Yeah, I was drunk as a fucking skunk. The cabs were full, driving the other drunks to the after parties. So, this drunken idiot decided to take a walk alone. My feet couldn't touch the ground, and yet I knew nothing could happen to me. I was fearless. I was a little child, happy, drunk, wearing a skimpy dress with hard nipples, happy, drunk, walking like I owned the fucking street. Yeah, walking that night. I felt something hit my arm. I saw them. The usual suspects. 8 arms, 8 legs, 4 penises, and a gun. To my head, that was the choice I had. Yeah, they had my dress. They took my underwear. They had my dress. The more I cried, the harder they tried that night. That night, I lost my dignity that night. in a fucking dumpster that night. I lost my dignity that night. I love cold winter nights. And here I was in the snow, cold, bleeding, alone that night. Was I happy? No. Why the fuck did I have to leave the bar alone that night? Why the fuck did I have to wear a skimpy dress that night? Why the fuck did I have to have red stained lipstick that night? Why the fuck did I have 18 fucking shots that night? It was my fault. It must have been my fault. That's what they tell you, don't they? It was your fucking fault. 'Cause rape is the only crime where the victim is the accused. So yeah, it must have been my fault. I laid there in the snow. Yeah, it was my fault that night, motherfucker. I deserve to get raped like every woman does, motherfucker. But I knew one thing. Things would never be the same after that night.